Welcome back to 30 days of vlogs. My name is Bree and I am vlogging every day of the May challenge. Today I'm going to take you through some of my favorite go-to gym hairstyles that will literally take you less than 5 minutes. Okay, here are all the tools you're going to need for these hairstyles. Some mini ponytails or elastics, some regular ponytails, a dunce brush and a toothbrush, and a hairbrush. I'm really channeling my inner beauty influencer right now, and I'm not mad about it. Here is hairstyle number 1. This is gonna take you a solid 2 minutes to do before you head out to the gym. For this first hairstyle, we're just gonna use our mini elastics. And if you see me looking kind of everywhere, I have the camera screen right here and the mirror behind you. I'm gonna try to make eye contact with you as much as I possibly can, but I do need to see what I'm doing for these activities, so bear with me. So first things first, I'm going to get the pieces of hair that I wanna keep out. If you don't have bangs, obviously this part is not necessary. You can also do like your little front strands. That's always cute. I'm gonna make sure everything is brushed and there are no knots in my hair, because what we're about to do, we want to make sure everything is like as smooth as possible. Now I'm gonna take the sharp point of this brush and just middle part my hair. You don't need to do it all the way back because we're just working with the front sections of our hair for this one. Now using our little sharp edge again, we're gonna find where we want our ponytail to end and part it there, and just kind of try to match it as best as you possibly can on the other side. I like to pull the rest of the hair back into a ponytail because if not, everything just kind of like catches together and then you end up with one of those ponytails that you can't get out of your hair. You end up having to like cut it out because it's like wrapped around the ponytail. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. Super simple. I'm just going to pull each one of these sides up into a ponytail and using my dense brush, just kind of flatten it out so that there are no bumps. You can do this with a regular brush or your fingers, or if you like a messier look, you can leave the bumps. Sometimes I do that. It really just depends on what the vibes are for the day. I'm gonna pull this back into a ponytail. I like to tighten it because when you have those tight hairstyles and it just kind of like lifts your face like a natural facelift, incredible. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Pull our little ponytail out. And this is hair look number 1. Super simple, and I'll do this on like an upper body day that I know I'm not going to be sweating a lot, but I do really like to feel cute at the gym, and this is one of those hairstyles that just makes me feel like I'm walking in as the baddest bitch in the room. Okay, this is hairstyle number 2. This one does have 2 different variations, so let's get into it. We're gonna start this one the same exact way we started the last one. So we're just gonna do a quick speed through. Okay, now that we have our hair sectioned out, we're now gonna section each side into 2 sections. So I like to take it from the back corner and part it diagonally right about to the end of my eyebrow. And then I'll just pop this behind my ear. And again, we're gonna take our mini elastics. I'm just gonna pull it up and throw it into a ponytail. And I'm gonna do that for each section. You wanna pull each section back and up, kind of like you're throwing your hair into like a high ponytail. And tighten each section as soon as you're done wrapping it around. So it's gonna look something like this, and now you can pull out your other little pieces. Keeping your bangs or like little front pieces out, totally optional. If you want all of your hair to be pulled back, just skip the part where you separate it and you can just pull it back into these ponytails. So you can definitely leave it like this, but usually when I do this hairstyle, I'll either pull it up into a ponytail or a bun. So I'm gonna show you both of those options. We're just gonna flip. And we're either gonna do a high ponytail, and it's gonna look something like this, It just adds like a little something interesting to the ponytail. It's not just like your basic throw it up and go, which is totally fine. I do that all the time. But when I want to look cute and I want to do something a little different, we're gonna do our little ponytails. When you do the bun version of this, you still want to throw it up into a ponytail first. And then you're gonna wrap it around the ponytail like you would throwing up any other bun. And I like to do it kind of messily so that when the ponytail goes in, there are like some pieces sticking out. This isn't the best example of that because it doesn't really work out how I want it to every single time, but this is how this look comes out. I went through a phase where I did this one, I'm not even joking, I think for like 2 weeks straight. Every time I showed up to the gym, I had this hairstyle. And here is hairstyle number 3. We got a few variations of this one too. Okay, for this next one, we're gonna part down the middle all the way down. So to make sure I've parted it all the way down the middle, all the way to the back of my neck, I'll take the front camera of my phone, look back at it in the mirror like this, and just make sure it's as straight as possible. I'm not too worried about it right now because you're not gonna see the back of my nugget. So for this one, I'm gonna pull out a little bit more than just my bangs, just a couple longer pieces. This step is totally preference. You definitely don't have to do this. I just like the way it looks. And we're gonna take all of this and pull it up to the front. Okay, here's the finished product. Let's go to the gym. So for this one, we're gonna need 2 normal sized ponytails. This one I typically have to play with a little bit to get it to look exactly how I want it to, but essentially we're gonna do 2 low space buns. I'm gonna start like I'm doing a ponytail, and then we're just kind of gonna messy bun it as best as we can. That was pretty quick. Let's see if we can get the second one as slay as that first one. Same thing, we're gonna pull it back and messy bun it. So now we have our little messy space buns. We're gonna pull down the rest of the hair, and this is where it's about to come together. I'm gonna take a curling wand, and here it is. And lastly, this one also slays with a hat. So obviously my bangs are in the way. I would absolutely pull them back if I was doing this with my hat. And yeah, those are 3 of my go-to gym hairstyles. I also really fuck with a good slick back, so there will absolutely be a part 2 of my favorite slick back hairstyles. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and if you've already subscribed, then hit that like button, babe. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you tomorrow.